Okay, so I welcome you to another beautiful edition of our Furious Canada relocation update. So now, before we continue, I need to address this. Maybe you are asking why Canada, why Canada, why Canada? People used to be like, why is it Canada all the time? Why is it Canada? Why is it Canada? The thing is, Canada has a thriving economy. The economy is really thriving. They have quality education. They have robust healthcare system. They have job opportunities and many more and many more. So these are some of the reasons why people are so attracted to moving to Canada. And by the way, Canada attracts a significant number of international immigrants this year. So Canada is known, they are known for welcoming immigrants, and they have become a good choice for people who are looking for a great place to start life all over again. Okay, so if you want to start life all over again, Canada is that country that you can consider. Okay. Moreover, this year alone, Canadian government anticipates welcoming over 1.2 million immigrants this year alone, meaning now is the best time for you to be on that list. Now is the best time to be on that list. So I welcome you once again to Safe Travel Consult YouTube channel, where we normally dish out updated information about Canada immigration process. So if you don't want to miss out on our upcoming updates, then kindly subscribe to this channel, and also share this video with family, with friends, anybody that you feel this information will be useful to. Okay, so are you looking forward to immigrate to Canada this year? I agree with you. The process of immigrating to a new country can be complex and time consuming. In fact, a lot of people usually contact me like they want to relocate to Canada. How will they go about it? If you are one of them, then here is the right video for you to educate yourself, so that you can make the right choice and not get scammed. I used to say it is not about you want to move to Canada. You want to move to Canada. No. The question you should be asking is, which method do I want to use to move to Canada? If you can answer this clearly, then you are one step ahead of scammers. You are one step ahead of getting scammed, because once you can identify that method, all you will need to do next is to research more about that method of relocating, meaning you now have enough information to yourself, okay, which is what we are trying to do in this video. So from there, no agent will be able to deceive you. No agent will be able to deceive you. Even if they are helping you with the processing, they won't be able to deceive you. Okay, so without further delay, let's quickly dive into the main subject of the day, which is 11 different ways to immigrate to Canada. 11 different ways to immigrate to Canada. And the first method we'll be looking at is the express entry. Express entry. So let's talk about the express entry. The express entry program is let me say is essentially Canada's golden ticket for skilled workers Okay, when they say skilled workers, they are referring to doctors, engineers. Uh, just make sure you belong to a particular career path and you have sufficient skill. Okay, so it is an electronic immigration program. So the purpose of this electronic immigration program is to accommodate individuals who possess that particular skill demanded by the labour market in Canada. So one of the advantages of express entry is that it takes quicker processing time. Okay, usually 6 months. Usually 6 months. Usually 6 months. So the express entry system is a way for Canadian government to manage application for certain immigration program like federal skilled workers program, federal skilled trades program, and the Canadian experience class. Okay, federal skilled worker, federal skilled trade program, and the Canadian experience class. Okay, these are the three streams they are trying to manage. Okay, if this sound like something you will be interested in, then buckle up with your buckle up with essential prerequisites, which are the basic prerequisite for this work experience. You need work experience, you need a language proficiency, maybe in English or French, and an adequate education level. Okay, these are what will give you points, okay, when you apply. So all what you have to do is to create an express entry profile and subsequently join other pool of other interested candidates. So after you have created your express entry profile and you have submitted the necessary information, okay, if you have a higher point on the comprehensive ranking system, okay, that's the pool where people have been selected at random. So if you have a high score in this comprehensive ranking system, it will increase your chances of getting the invitation to apply for permanent residence. So it is like a contest whereby you are competing with other interested candidates like you. So the higher your points, the higher your chances, okay, the higher your chances of getting invitation. Okay, and what comprises your point? Where did they get your point from? From the information you submitted, your level of education, your age, your IELTS score, and all of that. Okay, don't worry. If you need proper guidance on how to go about this express entry processing, I drop a link for you in the description of this video below. So below this video in the description, I drop a link there for you to get our express entry masterclass. Okay, that express entry masterclass can guide you through and show you how to go about the processing. So next on our list on the method of relocating to Canada is provincial nominee program. Provincial nominee program. So this is another method of relocating to Canada, and this is how it works. Each Canada's province offers a nominee program. So to qualify for this program, you need a nomination from a province. Okay, the primary requirements can be skill or job offer specific. Okay, can be skill or job offer specific. After which you can apply with a federal immigration application. But remember, each province in Canada has its own immigration program that allows them to nominate individuals who meet the specific need. Okay, it can be skill specific, it can be education specific, it can be job specific. Okay, so all this will be tied to labour demand of that province. So dis program are designed to help immigrant to settle in a specific region of Canada. Okay, so different provinces with their own distinct requirements. Okay, so you have to do a very careful review of your desired province. You have to check their criteria, okay, in order for you to save yourself some headache in the future, so you don't cost yourself headache in the future. So to be eligible for a provincial nominee program, you must have the skills, education and work experience needed to contribute to the economy of that province. Okay, you must also meet the program specific requirements, which can vary from province to province. So don't worry, if you also need guidance on how to go about this provincial nominee program, okay, this guidance is also included in the express entry master class. So the link to get this master class, like I said, is in the description of this video below. So number 3 on our list on the method of relocating to Canada is what is called a family sponsorship. Family sponsorship. Through this immigration panel, through this immigration channel, permanent residents or citizens of Canada can sponsor their parents, their grandparents, their spouse, their dependent children, or even their conjugal partner. So if you are lucky enough to have a family member in Canada willing to sponsor you, then this pathway is for you. Okay, although it is not that easy, because that sponsor must demonstrate that they have the financial capability, okay, the financial capability to support the incoming family member. Meaning you have to ensure that your sponsor is well prepared for this commitment to avoid any challenges on the immigration road. Okay, what I'm saying is, if you have a spouse or common law partner, okay, child or parents, grandparents who are a Canadian citizen or permanent resident, they can sponsor you to come to Canada. So far they can demonstrate that they have the financial means to support you, and also ensure that when you get to Canada, you will not rely on government for assistance, okay, financial assistance, accommodation and all of that. Okay, so your sponsor must be able to demonstrate that. So let's move to the next method, which is study permit. Study permit, I talk about this a lot. Here what you are doing is you are relocating to Canada to go and study, maybe in a college or in a university. And after completing your studies, you will apply for a work permit, postgraduate work permit. And after working for a certain period of time, then you will be able to apply for permanent residence. Don't worry, I did an extensive presentation on how to relocate to Canada to study. I will also drop the link to that video in the description of this video below, okay, so that you can easily watch the step-by-step involved in relocating to Canada through study. So go and check the link. So next method of relocating to Canada is on our list is work permit. Work permit. Traditionally back then, this is the most popular way of moving to Canada, because Canada offers immigration through work permit. What you basically need here is you must have a valid job offer from a Canadian employer who will then secure what is called a labour market impact assessment, LMIA. Okay, you can browse through Canada's job bank or leverage international job fairs and other legit job sites, okay, just to like secure job. By going through them, all dis school get you dat golden job letter. Okay, from there it opens the door to permanent residence. If you have a job offer from a Canadian employer, you may be eligible for a work permit which allows you to live and work in Canada for a specific period. Okay, so in summary, to be eligible for a work permit, in summary what I'm saying is, to be eligible for a work permit you must have a valid job offer from a Canadian employer, and you must meet the specific requirements of that job and be able to demonstrate that you will leave Canada at the end of your work permit. So this can be a stepping stone to permanent residence. Please beware of scam here. This is where a lot of people got scam. Scammers are too plenty in this particular area. There are many. So because this is where people are so desperate, they see it as an easy way of relocating and all of that. Okay, so beware of scam, please. Okay, so next on our list will be what is called investing in Canada. Investing in Canada. Seriously, this is for people that are very, 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 very rich. People that are stinkingly rich. Okay, people that are opulent, that are rich, and they are ready to invest or establish a business in Canada. Okay, so however, the amount of money to invest varies based on various entrepreneurial or investor program. Essentially, maybe through maybe either by starting a business or investing in an existing business in Canada. Okay, so it is important that you are well informed. You are well informed about which investment program you are going for. Okay, for example, the startup visa, there is a visa called startup visa program. That one is designed for entrepreneurs who want to start a business in Canada. Okay, to be eligible for that one, you must have a business idea that has been accepted by a designated organization in Canada and a letter of support from that organization. Okay, you must also meet the program requirements, which include demonstrating that you have enough financial resources to support yourself and your business. Okay, so take note of that. So if you have money that you don't know what to do with it, you are so rich. Okay, then you can opt for this method of relocating. So next on our list on the method of relocating to Canada is number 7 now. Before we move to number 7, please, if you have not subscribed to this channel, please go ahead and subscribe right now. Subscribe. You are not paying me money to come up with all this content. All what I need from you is also contribution by just subscribing. Okay, you are gaining value. From me. You're also subscribing, and you are not just subscribing so that you don't miss out on other valuable content like this. So please subscribe if you have not subscribed, and also like this video. Just click that thumb up like button, like this video, and I will appreciate that. Okay, so the next method, which is number 7 now, is what is called temporary foreign worker program. Okay, this provide temporary employment to foreign workers, okay, in order to address labor needs in Canada. Okay, many people have been able to convert their temporary stay status to permanent resident status through this, seriously. Okay, so many people have been able to do that. So although to follow the temporary foreign workers program, uh, the employer must still have to secure an LMIA that I talked about earlier, labour market impact assessment, indicating that no Canadian citizen or permanent resident of Canada is available to fill the open job vacancy. So that is why he's requesting for a foreigner to come and do the job. Okay, don't worry if you need guidance on how to go about this temporary foreign workers program. I There is a guide we call a work permit handbook, work permit guide. I will also drop the link to this handbook, to this guide, in the description of this video below. So you can go ahead and click that link to know more about what it is all about, so that it can guide you through this temporary foreign workers program. So next on our list, which is a number 8 right now, is what is called Atlantic Immigration Pilot. Atlantic Immigration Pilot Program. So this particular immigration program is for people who get job offer from an employer in Atlantic provinces of Newfoundland and Labrador, New Brunswick, Nova Scotia and Prince Edward Island. So if you can get a job offer from any of these provinces, then you can follow the Atlantic Immigration Pilot Program. Okay. Also, if you can get an endorsement from a community development organization in this region too, you can also follow the Atlantic Immigration Pilot Program. Don't worry if you are not familiar with the Atlantic region, you can research about it. You can research about this. At least you now know there is a pathway known as a Atlantic Immigration Pilot. So at least you are informed now. So research more about it. Okay. So next on our list, which is a number 9 now, is a rural and northern immigration pilot. It's similar to that Atlantic immigration pilot. Okay, similar. So much like the Atlantic immigration pilot program, the rural and northern immigration pilot, it focuses on specific rural and northern communities. Okay. Also here, a full-time job offer from one of the participating communities is what you need to get the ball rolling. Okay, so you need job offer from any community that is participating in this northern rural and northern immigration pilot. It is basically designed to help immigrants settle in smaller communities in the provinces of British Columbia, Manitoba, Ontario and Saskatchewan. So to be eligible for rural and northern immigration pilot, like I said, you must have a job offer from a designated employer, okay, in a participating community, okay, and you must meet the specific requirements of the program. You must have the skills and education needed to successfully integrate into the labour market and communities in the participating community. Okay, so I mentioned this community earlier: Ontario, Manitoba, Saskatchewan, and the rest. Okay. However, do ensure that rural living aligns with your lifestyle, because these are like outskirts should I say outskirts or rural environment of Canada, so that if you are a city dweller, you might not be able to like easily adapt to the lifestyle there. So it can be a bit challenging for you. Okay, so do your research, make sure that you are somebody that can adapt in such environment. Okay, before checking it out. So next on our list, which is number 10 now, is what is called humanitarian and compassionate consideration. So if you are not eligible for any of the immigration programs so far, you may be able to apply for permanent residency under humanitarian and compassionate grant. Okay, under humanitarian and compassionate uh, uh, program. Okay, so now what happens here is you are seeking help from Canadian government, okay, on the compassionate level, on the compassionate grant. Actually, this is a discretionary process, okay? It's a discretionary process, and each case is considered on its own merit. So to be considered for humanitarian and compassionate consideration, you must demonstrate that you will face unusual, undeserved or disproportionate hardship if you were required to leave Canada. Okay, if you have been hearing about refugee, this is where it falls. Okay, these are people who declare refugee, who declare themselves as refugee, whereby they seek Canadian government help by stating and proving that they can't go back to their original home country due to various disasters and hardship happening in their home country. An example is Ukrainians and Russians who were able to migrate to Canada due to the war happening between the two countries then. Okay, such a situation was justifiable enough as they demonstrated, they demonstrated that there is a war ongoing in their own country. So they seek Canadian government help through the humanitarian and compassionate consideration immigration program. Meaning they say they are scampering for safety, they scamper for safety by entering Canada to declare themselves as refugees. Okay, so that's another method of relocating, but I don't think it is easy. You have to file a case, and the case has to be so strong. You need to get a very strong lawyer and all of that. And if you are unable to succeed with this, it can lead to forever ban from entering Canada. They ban you forever. So don't think it is something easy. So think about the risk involved before you embark on such a before embarking on such a mission. Okay. So, and last but not the least on our method of relocating to Canada is what is called home care provider and home support workers pilot. Okay, so the home child care provider and home support worker pilot is the immigration pathway for you if you are resourceful and patient enough to offer caregiving service. Okay, that is if you want to work as a caregiver in Canada. Okay, as a caregiver. So if you are looking for caregiver job, you are good at caregiving service, then this particular pathway is for you. So these are the 11 ways. These are the 11 ways of relocating to Canada and becoming a permanent resident. I believe you are now well informed. You are now well informed, okay, about different method of relocating to Canada, so that next time when an agent is handling your processing, you'll be able to challenge him and ask him, Oga, which method are you using? Oga, how far? Which method? Let me know the method you are, not about telling you package. No. Which method of relocation are you using for me? Okay, so I think you are well informed to that level now, which is the purpose of this video. Okay, and if you have any question about any of this method I just discussed, you can drop your comments, ask your question in the comment section. Ask your question there. I will respond to your question. And also comment which of the method you will like to know more about. Okay, which of the method you will like to know more about, you want me to make more video about, and all of that. Okay, also like this video and subscribe to this channel. If you have not subscribed, go and subscribe right now. Go and subscribe, go and comment, let's discuss, let's chat. Okay, thank you for staying to this moment. Subscribe to this channel if you have not subscribed. Talk to you soon. Bye.